All right, and we're staying on that same topic. Local nonprofit Homestart also helping kids get ready for the school year by hosting their annual backpack and supply drive. The CEO of Homestart, Tang, Creddy, Basy, joins me now with all the details. Laura, welcome back to KUSI.
Thank you, Teresa. It's great to be here.
Well, it's our pleasure. It's one of my favorite topics, and I know we're going to touch so many families right now, talking about education, helping kids and families. Before we talk about the drive, let's talk about what is Homestart?
Okay, well, Homestart's been in San Diego for 52 years. So our mission has always been around preventing child abuse and neglect and strengthening families that have risk factors. And we have 7 key program areas that we're serving about 22,000 families, children, individuals throughout San Diego.
Okay. I don't have kids. I know that school supplies and backpacks are very expensive, but I remember growing up being the youngest of 7,
yes,
and that was something that was really challenging for my parents, getting us ready for school,
right,
buying clothes, school supplies. And I remember back in the 80s, backpacks were about $30. How much are backpacks now?
It depends what kind you get, but you know, they can be easily $100 with a backpack filled with basic supplies.
And this is why this backpack drive is so important. It kicked off May 28th and it ends until July 31st.
Yes.
How can we help out these families in San Diego?
Well, there's a variety of ways of helping. You could volunteer at Homestart offices while we're collecting supplies. You can help with stuffing. You could make a small donation of any amount because we know that families are struggling. And so we're serving close to 1,000 families that receive Homestart services, and they're all low income. And so to buy, see if you have 3 or 4 children, how do you choose between food, new shoes the children need, clothing? So we don't want children to feel that sense of shame. So a donation of any amount will help us. We're getting close to 1,000 backpacks filled with all the school supplies, you know, from kindergarten all the way through high school, so that these young people have what they need. They don't feel that feeling of difference because they don't have the backpack, they don't have what they need. And so donations, volunteering, and going to our wish list on our website, there's a bunch of ways that people can help us with
So you're
this.
close to your goal of 1,200.
We're very close, yeah.
Wow.
A couple hundred away.
Just a few more days away. I remember what it was like being a kid too, because your friends have a cool backpack, and we all kind of think about that time when we're in school. Your friends have the cool clothes, the cool backpack, and it's so important, and it kind of brightens the students' whole school year having a new backpack.
Exactly. I mean, we want all of our children to go to school feeling good, feeling proud. We don't want them to feel bad about themselves in any way and comparing themselves. So I was just talking to one of the little boys that lives in one of our housing programs right before I came over, and I said, Jaden, what kind of backpack do you want? He's like, I have to really think about that. I said, no rush, but think about what kind of backpack you'd really like. And so, you know, he's going to get one of those backpacks, and a bunch of other children that probably, you know, wouldn't have that without this help.
Okay, so for those who are watching and want to go buy a backpack and drop it by Homestart, should they fill it up with supplies or just bring the backpack by itself?
Either one. So the backpacks, supplies, whatever's easier for that family, that individual. They're coming from a lot of different corporate partners. Whatever's easy, we just need your help.
And what can you share about maybe families who are in need of clothes, like back-to-school clothes?
You know, families need that as well. So if that's something that's of greater interest, you could go to our website, www.home-start.org. There's a donation drop down, and you can say, I'm going to donate $50. I want it to go to a new outfit for children for school.
Aww. And before we go, I know you were sharing the students' experience of wanting to have a backpack, but what about maybe a family who has received items from Homestart? If you can share a little story.
Oh, you know, we do a big holiday drive, so we're already starting to talk about what that's going to look like. And so, you know, families living in poverty, it's very common. 1 in 5 families are living in poverty, and so we provide clothing, we provide gifts during the holidays, we provide meals, gift cards, gas cards, anything that's going to help that family that's struggling. And so we don't think poverty exists in America, and certainly not in America's finest city, but it does, and we know the impact it has on children and families. So we're doing our work 365 days a year.
What a blessing, and thank you so much for continuing to have this backpack drive through Homestart. Laura, it's a pleasure having you here, and so that's going to be ending July 31st, right?
Yes, Teresa.
Okay, thank you, Laura.
Thanks for having me.